We have landed on the blue planet. Don't trip. We have infinite time and space to reach your mission. If anyone or anything ever has you fucked up, you may return here to the center whenever you must. Trust your purpose, your path, and always do the man. I can go off if I want to. I can show off if I want to. Got my confidence with no help. Don't need no one else to see that I'm the baddest in this beat. Yes, my body, soul is on fleek. Yes.
Hello guys, we're just gonna sit down and have a little matcha together today while I do my makeup for my day. Have a little chit chat together because why not? 2025 is the year that I want to start posting all sorts of different content. If you don't know, I'm a matcha fiend. I love matcha. If you don't love matcha, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. So I have been on social media for quite some time now. I have had my face online. I have been making different forms of content since like 2020. And I just figure, why would I not just post more? Like long form content, YouTube content, have fun with TikTok, have fun with Instagram. If people don't like it, they don't like it. If you hate me, you hate me. Like, cheers to that, boo. Yeah, and we're gonna listen to a bit of like vibey music. I have put together a glow up frequency playlist. I just want to be in my most high frequency, abundant, positive state of mind this year. My skin has kind of been breaking out, like surprisingly this year. Not really surprisingly, because I've had like a little bit of alcohol this January, which is very rare for me. I never drink, like genuinely never drink. I think I drank like a handful of times in 2024, even though I traveled the world. It's just not my thing. I really prefer to smoke a blunt, if you know what I'm saying. So I do all of that on my face to just color correct. I know it looks crazy. We just let that sit in for a second. Take a seat back, have a sip. If you want to know my favorite foundation of all time, NARS Radiant, whatever it is, Longwear, Radiant Longwear. This is so good. I need another bottle because it's probably down to here. It's something that I've been talking to my clients about, to my friends about right now, is just the fact that like, I know myself really well. I have really honestly always known myself really well. And I know that I am an introvert. I know that I like to spend a lot of time by myself. I am very sensitive to the outside world. I'm very sensitive to other people's energy. I'm a lover girl at heart, even though this big bad world has turned me pretty savage, I'll be honest. But I'm just a sensitive soul, and I am a very deep spiritual soul, and I have to really remind myself of that a lot of the time when I start to try and act like normal people. I'm not saying that I'm so different and so special and so unique. I think there are a lot of people like me out there that are very sensitive, spiritual, very, you know, you're a deep thinker, you're an introvert, you recharge more on your own than you do when you're with other people. I think I recharge well when I'm with the right people, but for the most part, I need a lot of alone time. The skin is glowing. Like, even though I've got this crazy breakout, the skin is glowing. So the point of me bringing that up is because I feel like I started this year, I don't know, like just thinking that I was invincible, even though I have been through a lot in the last year. I have traveled the world. I was traveling for 6 months and I came back to Australia completely burnt out, like so jet lagged. I've never had jet lag that bad in my life, and I went through, you know, a couple heartbreaks while I was overseas. I went through a lot of endings. I left a lot of places that I loved. I struggled living in a couple places. Like when I was in Colombia, I really had like the roughest time that I've had in a long time. Like that city, the vibe there, I don't know, I just was not feeling good or like myself. So I kind of came home to Australia and just completely collapsed, and I realized that in 2024 I didn't really achieve the things that I wanted to achieve per se, but I ended the year closer to being the woman that I set out to becoming. And then I started January 2025 just kind of thinking, well, I'm just gonna kind of date and explore and, you know, put myself out there a little bit, and I'm gonna get on my discipline challenge, which I'm still doing. And I kind of just feel like I was not fully recovered yet. Like I genuinely feel I had not recovered from what I had been through in 2024, and I just needed more downtime. I couldn't really go into 2025 like guns blazing. I feel like I can be guns blazing and very intentional with what I want to do this year and the energy that I'm cultivating and curating. But I need to do it slower. I need to spend even more time with myself. And I feel like we're in a society that just glamorizes spending time with, you know, amazing people, always going out, always traveling, always having something to do, like always getting that dopamine hit from something. And that's just not me. Girl, that's just not me. What's that song? Girl, that's not me. I think that's a Roy Wood song. I think it's this song, Drama. Yeah, this.
Girl, you never need it.
Oh, so iconic.
Give and take, you give it to them, they take the shit for granted, yeah. Different than it was before. People around you wanting more. BFF, oh yeah, for sure. Wonder what they in it for. Take your last relationship. Look how good you treated him. You could breath like for him. Girl, you never needed him. But they still need you. They still fuck with you. Anything you do, anything you do, everything's for you. Drama is for you. Take that how you lose. The girl that's not me. Shawty got love, but it's all got love, but it's all. Oh, girl, that's not me.
So yeah, girl, that's not me. I feel I've been through so many lessons in my life. I have been through so much. I know myself so well at this point, and I still try to kind of live and do things that are like more normal, but they're just not in full alignment of who I am, because I feel like my path and who I am, it gets a little lonely sometimes, and it's a little boring, it gets a little sad, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, Alicia, like we need to live a little, you know what I'm saying? But I think as well, especially with what I want to achieve this year and the discipline challenge that I'm doing for myself, the work that I'm doing on myself, the things that I am like willing and ready to look at within myself and change and implement, and just everything, all the work that we're doing this year, I kind of need to just lock in and be okay with being alone, being okay with being different. Like I know I've been doing that, but sometimes, you know, I just think, you know, maybe I'll try this, you know. I love this song. Lith is one of my favorite artists, and he blew up in 2024, and I'm kind of sad about it, but also love that for him.
Gotta know that I can't off it. Gotta pray that I'm not too late. Kinda tired that I can't stay away. I know and I know you gotta see me. Running bridge in the water underneath me. I know and I know you gotta see me. Yeah. Say you wanna talk my love. Say you wanna talk my love. won't cry for you. So I won't cry for you. I won't cry for you.
Yes, I put concealer on 3 times because I like the layers.
I'm calling on my side right now. Don't lie, girl, I know you wanna see me. I can't even stand other girls round. I be picking up and getting me. Girl, I really ask you, gon' come side. I be waste time till I miss you. You be in my head when I need you the most. Why you keep nobody back? Oh, let me say this, baby. Oh, let me say this, baby. You're someone else. And it hurt how it hurts. And it worked how it hurts.
I'm just starting this year really deep into my self practices. I am spending more time by myself. I have just backed away from spending time talking to anybody, to be honest with you. And it's not on some malicious shit. It's not with like bad intentions for any of my friends. It's nothing negative to anybody. It's just me doing what I know I need to do to feel my best and to be the person that can actually hold space for the people that I love, actually show up and do the work I want to do in the world. I need to recharge myself and I need to build myself back up. I need to get my nervous system right. I need to calm my spirit and calm my soul after everything I went through in 2024, okay? If you're in Australia, you know that this is like our cheap, makeup brand that does dupes of everything. And it's really not that bad. I wouldn't say it's as good as like NARS, but for simple products, it's pretty bomb. Like higher frequency stuff right now. But the Huda Beauty, we love Huda Beauty.
I don't need you here contemplating. I'ma love me first before I love you.
This song is called Good Pussy because,
I fucked up, it'd be cool if you come, it'd be cool if you come. Bring me on, baby. Leave me alone, tell me what's wrong, baby. I'm going home.
if you ever want to know why I'm always wearing lashes, DIY lashes, getting lash extensions, this is why. This is why. Like, look at the way it makes my eyes look majestic, bitch.
But they don't know her magic. Oh, she's a magician in his eyes, and her heart is open wide, and she's never out of style. And she's always been a queen when she stays on the scene.
Fenty Beauty bronzer. Let's do this. And because I have a big forehead, I am meant to. Let's just pause that music. Because I have a big forehead, I think what is meant to work for me bronzer wise is to focus on the top bit and not the side bits. Because if you focus on the side bits, it makes the face look even longer, even though I still do a little bit on the side too. And I'm not mad about my big forehead. I'm Estonian, it's just, sorry, my genetics are like this. I'm pretty, get over it.
That body so jolly, it might catch a body. The time I'ma stop it, you only gon' pop it. All these niggas brown. God body build a vessel, yeah, you know my lotus got a million petals. God conscious build a temple, vibrations got him shaking with the trouble. I might just kill off my demons and flash a smile for my enemies. In the chaos, I found my inner peace and the days and fill the void with your laughter. I'm a portal, check the aura. I know my soul is immortal. Through my lineage, I am supported. Transform with the rise of the sun through the dance of my labor. Embody the might of the great mother healer. Teach
Blush.
energy when you fucking with me. Believe it, you'll see. Destroy all my enemies. I feel like Cali. nigga bow down to your motherfucking mother.
To conclude what I was saying before, I really just want to remind you that if you are an introvert, if you feel like you're a bit different to a lot of the normal people around you, and maybe you don't fit into certain cliques or certain communities, then it's okay. Like, you are not alone in your aloneness, because there are so many people like us on planet Earth. I've shared this kind of thought piece before, that I feel that star seeds, you know, whatever you want to call yourself, are scattered out around the earth in different places, because if we were all put in the same place, it would not make sense. So I think it's just really important to remember that, and let 2025 be the year that you are a little more selfish with your time, with your energy, and just fall in love with yourself more. Spend more time with yourself, spend more time creating, spend more time discovering what truly lights you up. That has got nothing to do with anyone else. So you don't need to rely on anyone else for any source of dopamine, any source of joy or happiness or pleasure. Find those things within yourself. I know it sounds so cliche. I know it's so much easier said than done. If you've spent a lot of your life already on your own, developing yourself, doing the work, I know it's tiring. I know it's exhausting. I know it's lonely. But I just want to remind you that there is kind of a light at the end of the tunnel. Every time that we go through these hard times where we're feeling really, really alone, where life is really hard and it's pushing us to our limits, and we feel like we're wanting to either take a step back or move backwards in our evolution and do some things that aren't really in alignment, spend time with people that are not really in alignment for us, it always tends to backfire. And it's okay, because life is like that. We go up and then we go down. We see the contrast, we see the dark side of things, we have the shadows for a reason, to be able to appreciate the other side of the spectrum. So wherever you're at in your life right now, however you are starting 2025, just enjoy the present moment. Enjoy yourself. Find joy and pleasure in anything that you can, like drinking a matcha, like enjoying music, like creating playlists for yourself, like reaching out to the friends that you know are there, that love you and support you. And like, my advice truly is just spend more time just with yourself and go inward a little bit. Spend some time in solitude and find what it is you really want to create in 2025. Don't spend another year just going with the flow and letting life kind of decide for you. I think that we do have control. We do have the power to create our own reality. And the only way that you can actually create your own reality is to start in the frequency, to actually create the momentum from a good place. When things get really bad, sometimes they only get worse because we're in that momentum of shit going wrong and us being in a negative state of mind and not being able to pull ourselves out. And I've had a lot of times like that in my life, and those times are okay. It's okay to have hard times. It's okay to have a month or two where you're literally bed rotting and you're binging Netflix and you're eating like shit and you're just kind of wallowing in self-pity and being a victim of life. It's okay to have times like that. You are a human being. Remember, you don't want to live there. You don't want to stay there. And I think 2025 is such a good time to create some discipline, create some structure, create goals for yourself, and start working towards those goals. Anyways, I really hope to see you guys in another video very soon. If there's anything that you want me to do videos on or talk about on my YouTube, then please let me know, because I'm so open to ideas. I'm open to inspiration. I've never really thought of myself as someone who wants to do YouTube, but it makes sense with the current climate of social media. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with all that in mind, I really hope to see you again soon. I'm pretty excited to do this, even though I am a little nervous to create more long form video content, and I can just work through my own fears of being seen, my own fears of feeling like I'm not pretty enough and I don't look like other YouTubers and I'm too tattooed and don't look like the normal high value woman. Like, that's my job to figure out. So let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. I'm really excited, and yeah, I love you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. Happy 2025. Let's lock in and crush this year. Okay?